Welcome, everyone, to the 2016-2017 Women's Basketball Preview. We're here with the head coach of the Cougars, Candice Jackson. And, Coach, hard to believe, but another season is already upon us here. Talk a little bit about what the offseason's been like for you and your team.
The offseason went really well. The girls worked really hard. We got stronger. We got faster, quicker. With the different team that we have, it's just been a different dynamic and a really good energy. We went to Title Boxing Club and did some boxing in the preseason for a little bit, and they really enjoyed that. So we got a little tougher this preseason as well. So overall, it was really good.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about last year. You finished 11-20 overall. However, you doubled your wins from your first year as the coach as you now enter your third season. And, Coach, I go back to that final game of last year, nationally ranked, top-seeded JMU. Yeah. You essentially led the entire game, fell a little short, losing 53-50. Talk about just the motivation that gave your girls that are returning this year, knowing that they were that close to pulling off the upset.
You know, it was disappointing to lose that game, but still incredibly proud, of the effort that they put forth. We played the best of our capability, but James Madison being the program and the experience that they had at that time, it just kind of really overtook us in that last 57 seconds. But for our girls, that really set them on fire. It really brought back what we can be, what we want to be, and who we want to become. And they've taken that loss into this season. And so we're starting to really feel it. It's been a lot more encouraging for them to understand that they can compete at the highest level if they need to.
Obviously, practice has already started. What are some of the things that you want to improve on from last year to this year?
Scoring, for one. We need to put the ball in the hole a little bit more. Our defensive presence was very good last year, but with added guards and a little bit more depth this year, we're able to press a lot more, and our matchup zone will be a lot more aggressive. And also rebounding is going to be key for us. We have to become better rebounders as well.
Coach, you mentioned offense and needing to improve on that. One area you didn't necessarily have to is defense. Talk a little bit about the two-time reigning defensive player of the year, Bri Bolding. Obviously, a huge asset to have on your team.
Yeah, Bri's great. You know, we are very fortunate to have her again. Hopefully that she can defend her title as the defending player of the year for a third chance in a row. And she just has something about her, a true leadership quality that she's ready to do. She has her sights set very high for herself and for the team this season. And so we are looking forward to seeing where we are going to follow her to.
Who are some of the other returners that we should be on the lookout for this year for the Lady Cougs?
Honestly, everybody, Shaklasia Brown or Clay Brown has done very well in this offseason. Nola Henry as well, our 2-point guards. Darian Huff, her shot has gotten much better and much improved. Deja Logan is a lot more mobile. She's in great physical shape. She is shooting the ball well. Bree Sullivan as well, another one of our returning post players off the bench, and Courtney Gardner have become better defensive players for us. They understand the matchup a lot more. They're understanding and appreciating their role a lot more. So all of our returners are looking forward to doing some really good things.
Coach, as we mentioned, you're in your third season at the helm here. Is the program going into your third year, is the program kind of trending the way you want in terms of how you saw this? Because we all know you can't really build a program overnight.
Yeah, absolutely. In this third season, especially going into the offseason and now practice time, we all have felt a lot more comfortable. They know the expectations for the program. They have their own expectations now for the program. And so it's very exciting. It's been very just really fun to be around. This group has a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy, and they like working together. They like competing against each other, and they're ready to get it done. Our theme for this year is making it happen, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
All right, some ladies who weren't here last year but now here, obviously hoping to make it happen. Tell us about your newcomers, the freshmen that you have coming in this season.
We have Bailey Larson, who is a 6'2" center from Jacksonville, Florida, who has been much improved. She has gotten herself in shape as well. She's going to be a good, strong presence for us around the basket. Bri Boyd is actually a junior transfer coming from Winthrop, and she'll be able to play in the second half of the season. Another inside presence that we'll have. She's standing at about 6'3" as well. Deja Ford, we have two Dejas. Deja Ford coming from Maryland as a freshman. She is a deceptive defender, a versatile scorer, and just an all-around gamer. Kaylin Dorsey from Raleigh, North Carolina as a freshman, shooter for us as well, knock down, lights out threes. And Dee Heath, a local young lady coming from Charleston. She is just going to be somebody who's going to bring us a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of encouraging things happening off the bench for her.
Coach, I kind of smile because you mentioned we have 2 Dejas on the team, but also we have 3 Bris. So how do you distinguish all these Bris and Dejas that you have on your team? Do you just call them by their last name, or how does this work?
No, a lot of nicknames, honestly. They tell us what they want to be called, and we just kind of roll with it, and we're able to kind of distinguish who is who from there.
All right, and of course, only 2 losses, major losses, obviously, from last year's team, that being Jackie Luna Castro and also Kelsey Booth. So while they were key components of last year's team, this year, it seems like, Coach, just kind of knowing you seem to be really excited about this year. You must have some big things in store.
You know what? We're going to be very different than the last 2 seasons. And Jackie and Kelsey, they did a tremendous job with their leadership, and they were probably 2 of our best outside shooters as well. So we will miss that from them. But what we're going to not get from them there, we're going to get back on the inside. And so it is going to be a very different look and a very different feel.
All right, now let's take a look at the schedule. Obviously, a pretty good schedule this year. I guess the highlight team coming to the TD Arena this year will be Virginia Tech, ACC. But, Coach, I'm looking at your schedule here. Going on the road test, let's see, at Houston, at Louisville, at Western Kentucky. Once again, a very solid schedule put together by you and your staff.
Thank you. You know, I really do believe in scheduling some of the best opponents that you possibly can to prepare for the postseason. If we are fortunate enough to get that far in the season, we want to be able to say we played this kind of team, we've played this caliber, we've played on the road these hard games, and so we're ready, we're prepared for that. And so you do that in the preseason, you're able to do it a little bit better in the postseason.
Well, it's going to be a very exciting season here at the TD Arena for Coach Jackson and the ladies. Of course, they open up their season on November the 2nd here at TD Arena against Armstrong State. So please come out and support the ladies. Of course, you can get tickets to their games by logging on to CofCsports.com, or you can also call the ticket office at 953-COC. Coach Jackson, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Candice M. Jackson joining us here on our preview show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.